Hi, I'm Dr. Keith Graham from the School of Teacher Education at National Taiwan Normal University. Welcome to my office hours. The 2025 school year will be the beginning of a shift in Taiwan's bilingual policy for primary and secondary schools. The Ministry of Education's K-12 administration will launch a new project titled the Bilingual Immersive Campus Program. This new project combines aspects of several programs that previously operated independently, and it puts all of them into one single program. In this video, I'll introduce some of the details about this program and some of the implementation options schools can choose from. First thing to note is that there are two versions of this program, one for elementary and junior high schools, and a separate one for senior high schools. Regardless of version, both will be implemented in two phases, with phase 1 running from August 2025 to July 2028, and phase 2 from August 2028 through July 2031, which would take us through the 2030 school year, the big target date for the bilingual 2030 policy. Aside from that, the program for elementary and junior high school and its senior high school counterpart have a few differences, so I will introduce each separately. The elementary and junior high school version has three aims. First, create a bilingual immersive campus learning environment that enhances the English listening skills and increases opportunities to speak English, both for teachers and students. The second aim is to cultivate students' abilities to learn English independently and increase their interest in learning and the efficiency of that learning. And third, to support all teachers in improving their English proficiency and enhance their effectiveness for English and bilingual instruction. To reach these aims, schools can choose among three components. Component number 1 is about creating a bilingual campus environment through a variety of activities such as morning English reading sessions, conversation corners, singing or drama performances, among other activities both inside and outside of the school. This component also encourages schools to use the Cool English platform to promote self-directed learning among students. Component 2 is bilingual classes in select subject areas. These select subject areas include classes in the arts, integrated activities, health and PE, and technology. The suggestion is that these courses will teach the core content through Mandarin, as always, but use English or bilingual approaches for learning and extension activities in the lesson. Further, all instructional language decisions should be made in relation to the proficiency levels of the students in the class, and student assessments should be content, not language focused. The final component is sister school cooperations, where the school would create a partnership with another school abroad for conducting online cultural exchanges, online collaborative teaching, and online flexible learning courses. Schools can choose one of 4 models that use these components. Model 1 is only the bilingual campus environment. Model 2 is bilingual campus environment plus bilingual classes. Model 3, bilingual campus environment plus sister school, or they can choose Model 4, which has all 3 components together. So that's the gist of the elementary and junior high school project. Let's now talk about the high school project, which has many similarities. The high school project has 4 aims, which some align with those of the previous project I just introduced. Aim 1 is to encourage full English instruction in high school English courses. This aligns with the Teaching English in English policy promoted by the ministry. Aim 2 is to promote bilingual instruction in select subjects. Aim 3 is to facilitate online exchanges with schools in other countries. And Aim 4 is to create real-life and workplace-oriented English activities for students. Schools participating in this project will need to choose 2 or more measures out of a list of 5. The first of those measures is to create a school-wide bilingual environment through encouraging a culture of bilingual co-learning and making the physical school space bilingual. Schools could do that, for example, through bilingual signs and posters. The second measure is to facilitate a diverse set of bilingual learning opportunities through English student clubs like Model UN, as well as through English broadcasts and promoting learning through the Cool English platform. The third measure is through promoting diverse bilingual learning experiences. Schools can do this through competitions, through debates, or by organizing themed activities that use English. The fourth measure encourages the use of external resources to encourage students to use English through collaborating with local businesses or organizations that can provide students real-life experiences for using English. And the final measure is enhancing the English of school teachers and staff through bilingual teaching communities and providing teachers with subsidies to take English proficiency exams. In addition to selecting 2 or more of those measures that I just described, high schools participating in this project will also need to choose 1 or more of the following 4 strategies. Strategy 1 is to teach English language courses fully through English. Now, the project document specifies that this should be applied to at least 1 class period per week, so it isn't necessarily for every class period. Strategy 2 is to implement bilingual instruction in select subject areas. The select areas and specifications for this are mostly the same as the elementary and junior high school project, though defense education and elective courses are added in the high school version. The third strategy is online learning through international or sister school collaborations. Finally, the fourth strategy is a workplace language proficiency enhancement program, which encourages schools to develop workplace-oriented experiential learning activities. That's the basic overview of the high school project. In essence, the projects for the 2 levels of schooling are fairly similar, although there are certain details that are different, particularly in regard to the options for how schools will execute the project. While this project marks a fairly substantial change in the National Bilingual Education Program, at least in terms of project administration, it continues the spirit of promoting bilingual learning in Taiwan that has been present in all the past projects. I should also note that in addition to this new project, there is a high school experimental class project, which I won't cover the details of in this video, mainly because that project seems to be continuing in the same fashion as it has in years past. So that's all for today's video. Thank you for attending my office hours. If you have any questions about the bilingual policy or about Taiwanese education in general, send me an email at kmgraham@ntnu.edu.tw. I'll see you next time.